All right, so we're gonna start off by me showing you our website, and then I'm gonna demonstrate a little bit about what we do, and then from there, we'll do a little exercise, just a little icebreaker, and then we'll go from there. Sound good?
When I say choice A, I'll tell you what it is, choice B, and then if you want choice A, when I say choice A, raise your hand, and I'll probably ask somebody why you choose that, and then choice B, etc., etc. Who'd rather be blind?
You like right now?
I'd rather be blind. I'd rather be blind because if you ask if I'd rather be deaf, and I wouldn't hear you ask me if I'd rather be deaf.
Alright, who said that's a good point, Donnie? Who said they'd rather be deaf? Let me go to the back to my girl Kat. Hey, why do you say you'd rather be poor and find true love?
We're together, we're rich and together.
Oh.
Okay, so as the video said, our mission is to create environments where youth can share ideas and experiences in order to educate and empower one another, right? So oftentimes we talk about having a serious conversation about race, having a serious conversation about police brutality, about the sexes, the battle of the sexes and things like that. Well, we've created this environment to do just that. So first, we're gonna go ahead and cover some of the stuff we did last year, and then we're gonna segue into the 2015 topics. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna call out some of the topics on this survey we did last year. These were our top 5 topics. And the videos of these discussions are actually on our YouTube, if you guys want to check them out. Why do you think people put so much emphasis on Christians being hypocrites? What's that?
They're the most vocal.
They're the most vocal. How so? Because of church or what?
The reason by being more vocal is like, say for, okay, you go to church, you go to church and people always say, oh, I'm not bashing anybody, if you're gay, any of that. But, they always say in church, that's an abomination, and they always speak out about it. They don't never keep it in the church. They always go out. They be like, oh, you're gay, you can't worship God. God doesn't love you if you're gay. So that's why we're saying it's more vocal.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm
a pastor's daughter.
Okay.
And mom.
Now listen up.
My dad's a pastor and my mom's a pastor, so me as a pastor's kid, I think Christians are kind of like hypocritical. My sister is gay, so for her to be a preacher's daughter and to be gay, she has to go into church and have people in the audience and stuff look at her a different way because she's a preacher's kid and she's gay. That don't make my parents love her any different. Anything like that. They'll preach about it and stuff like that, but sometimes I look at it, I be like, I feel bad because I'm like, you kind of feel judged when you're in that situation, and those are your parents, so it's like, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But they're all about love. Yet they use it in hateful ways.
Absolutely. Everybody's hypocrite. Why is that?
Everybody's hypocrite. And just like one thing I know is we're not supposed to judge people. Everybody judges people without you even knowing sometimes. It just happens. Like sometimes I might look at you. I'm not gonna tell you what I think. Sometimes I look at you and I say stuff and I be like, nah, that's my boy. Mm-hmm. So we all hypocrites in our own sense.
Okay.
Just because you don't notice it don't mean you're not. There's a lot of Christians that think they can tell you when you're going to hell. Like if you crack an ill man or joke or something, they quickly tell you you're going to hell. You can't judge me and tell me where I'm going for what I said. Just because you made in his image don't make you him.
Yes, there's individuals in every group. And there's always a few select that are usually the loudest, but most often they're the most wrong. So with Christians, you'll have a few that will be loud and quick to judge and quick to chastise everybody. That doesn't mean the majority is the same way. The same thing can go for white people. You have a few select that are treating black people and other people of different colors wrong, but the vast majority do not. Same thing with black people. You have a small amount that will be thugs, shoot and kill everybody, but the vast majority is not that way. And that same thing goes with every single group, including Christians.
Touched on this at Expo. She said there's a double standard between men and women. Who agrees with that?
Like, why are we treated like objects? We're people. Just because we sleep with so many people and you sleep with so many people, why are we judged more than you are?
Just like you can sleep with as many girls as you want to. Why I can't do that? And I be perceived the same way as you. I don't know.
We have to look at it from a universal perspective. Men, when it comes to moral values, men look up to females.
Okay.
Men look up to females. You should tell your man this is wrong, and he listens to you. So if a woman is going out sleeping, I mean, what does he tell a man? I mean, he will do more.
So why are we responsible for your morals? Shouldn't you have your own moral standing that should be just as high as ours? If we keep ours at the same level, shouldn't we be equal? Like, shouldn't I not have to, like, say, oh, you shouldn't do that? You should know better as a human being with a conscience.
If men look up to women so much and hold them to such a high standard, why do y'all go around treating them like they don't mean shit to y'all?
There's got to be some way to get that understanding that there are some people who are like that. But there are also some people who really do treasure you for the treasures that you are, and not just want to discard you in any way, shape, or form. I know a lot of females that do this, but it goes back to the portion thing. They'll say, "I'll trust you until you do something wrong," right? But see, what you did wrong was being a man. And because of their exes or whatever happened in the past, that's already put you in a difficult spot.
Let it go. Let things go. Someone hurt you in the past. Okay, deal with it. Move on. And the thing is, don't jump into something else if you are not fully over the hurt that you have been through.
Thank you. To me, it's not necessarily about the money. If you like what you're doing, and if you're successful in what you're doing, that'll bring you money.
You'll never have to work a day in your life.
Exactly.
Let me get Donnie first. Go ahead. You guys hand up.
No, I didn't. But I'll answer. I think, as far as money goes, I think money is happiness. Because there's a lot of times you don't think about it, but money is basically, you need money to do everything. Like, especially in Greenwood, there's not a lot of stuff to do, and everything you might want to do is going to cost you. Even driving to that place is going to cost you. Like, it's sometimes I don't eat trying to figure out what I want to eat. I don't know what money I got to spend for it. Like, it's a bunch of, and sometimes it be Bearcat bucks. I don't know.
Was the question, does money buy happiness, or was it success bring happiness?
Like in terms of money.
But in this sense, we're equating success to money.
Oh, okay. I was about to say success could be a successful relationship or a successful career or success. You know, you don't have to be financially well off to have happiness if you're talking about success in general. Because there's some broke people who have a successful relationship, and then you can have a whole lot of money and be, you know, single and miserable.
Go ahead, bro.
I mean, I think money is only just like a piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
But money is comfort, but at the end of the day, you probably still got problems with your parents you need to work out. You still got problems with yourself you need to work out. You probably feel alone, you know? And money is only a small part of that. Success is relationships. What we're doing right now, that's success to me.
Thank you. Success to me too.
Success can bring you happiness, because happiness is conditional. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times happiness is conditional, but what success can't bring you is joy. Because joy is divine. You get what I'm saying? And the Bible talks.
If you're a straight person, how do you know if it's a choice or not in the situation? I mean, because the person, you hear about suicides of gay people, them getting teased, them not knowing what's wrong with them because they can't help how they feel. So how do you know it's a choice if you're not in the situation?
You have to choose.
When I was younger, I mean, because I know this for a long time, I used to figure out, I mean, I try to ignore it, you know, you could try to figure out what's wrong with me, maybe I just wasn't meeting the right guys, you know, whatever it is, but the thing is, you are who you are. You can fight all you want to, you can cut, you can attempt suicide all you want to, but at the end of the day, if you're happy accepting who you are, then be who you are. Just like you're happy accepting that you're straight. I mean, you're straight when you're straight. So, I mean, if I'm happy accepting myself as who I am without costing my life, then why not be happy?
Straight, I mean, I'm straight, but the thing is, like, being a straight person, you can't say, is homosexuality a choice when you never had to think about that thing. Our society, what the main thing is being straight. If it was flipped the other way around, people would be like, how do you know you were straight? Is that a choice? Like, it's the same thing.
I
am gay.
so that's whatever. But it's only like a part of me. Like it's not a choice. Like I tried for like 4 years to like hide everything from my parents, from my friends. Like it was bad, but like I can't help how I feel about somebody.
That's real. That's real.
I'm a Christian, and I'm trying to make it so that it don't come out the wrong way. I'm a Christian, and every sin is equal in my eye. Every sin is equal. The only sin that is higher than everything else is not even that. You deny God, that's the highest sin right there. So, like I said, by prefacing that, getting out all that, I personally believe that it is not a choice. We see people. The Bible said you can be born into sin. I feel that homosexuality, like I said, is a sin. And you are born into that. So in that case, yes, you can be born gay, I believe. And for that reason, I don't think it's a choice. You can be born that way. Same way that the sociopaths out here are born that way. The mentally ill people are born that way. I'm not saying that mental illness is a sin. I'm not equating that. But I'm saying you can be born that way because you are born into sin. We are born into the world into sin. So in that respect, that's why I would think that it's not a choice.
I say that it is and it isn't a choice, depending on the person. Because when we had this discussion last year, a guy said he chose to be gay because he wanted to be different. And that's perfectly fine. But gosh, you made me lose train of thought. But what I've seen a lot of is when people gravitate towards groups that'll accept them. So if you feel like you're not being accepted by a certain group, you're going to gravitate and, for lack of a better word, conform to a group that is accepting of you. So I have seen instances where people have decided, well, this group of people is not accepting me, but the homosexuality community is accepting me. So that's the group they gravitate towards too, and that's in an extent the group that they conform to. But it's not always a choice. Yeah, I think you can be born gay, but there's certain instances where being homosexual may be a choice for people, or they feel like it's the only thing it's what they have to do, because right now it's the only thing that's acceptable or that's accepting of them, whether for any reason at all.
I don't have anything against gay people or nothing. I have gay friends or whatnot. But they get parades and all type of stuff just for liking the same sex. Yeah, they get parades. You don't never hear no straight day parades. If they want to be equal, I think they should be treated like that. You shouldn't get no parade or no glorification. They get commercial shows and all that stuff just for liking the same sex.
Donnie, for the parades and all the stuff that they get and all the, you said they get glorified for it, or they get, a picnic or whatever they get famous for it. I think it's the same way that when we scream Black Lives Matter and we get offended when they say all lives matter, it's because at that time we're talking about black lives. Right. So they do get to, because they can finally say, hey, I'm gay and I'm happy about it, and they finally get the freedom in the past and not shunned for it. That's why they have that window, and I think that's why they deserve a window to be able to express that.
At first, I thought it was strictly a choice, but after hearing what Al said about it being a sin, because I'm a Christian as well, being born into it, that makes a lot of sense. I think it can be both. Because I got a couple of homegirls that I still know to this day that I knew for a long time since I was like 4, and they always been kind of their own selves, not what a woman's supposed to be. And to this day, they walk, talk like a man, and everything. And it's just one of those questions. I feel like it can be both, man. It's not just one or the other. It has to be both.
I'm a Christian too, and I don't think it's a sin. Love, the whole point of being a Christian is to love everybody and to not judge people, but when people say I'm a Christian, everyone thinks, oh, you must hate gay people. No, are you kidding me? Love and acceptance, that's what Christianity is all about. It offends me so bad when people are like, oh, you're a Christian. No, I love everybody. I go to the gay friends too. Let's go.
They think if you hang around certain people, then you like that. They think if you talk gay about somebody gay, you gay. If a white person marching to Black People Matter, he's not gonna automatically be black. That's not. You gotta apply it to everything. You can't just pick it where you want to apply stuff to because it's relevant.
You will lose friends. I lost friends in high school when I came out to my parents and to my friends because they're like, you know, I'm cool with you, but I can't deal with that. I'm still the same person regardless. But you know, you try to say it first so like you don't build a friendship with that person, they just do. Like we don't want to have to deal with that.
So like they know from the jump. So
like I don't have to deal with that later.
Then it's nothing.
He was like, Makia, I didn't want to tell you because I love you and I didn't want you to treat me any different. And I said, I'm never going to treat you any differently. Like, I love you, you're my cousin. Like, we've had sleepovers together. Like, we're family. Your choice is your choice. I will respect you as a person. And when I see stuff on, like, his social media and stuff, I'm like, okay, he's happy living his own life. But when my grandmother, the minister, Christian, says, oh my God, no one cares. Why is people putting this mess on here? And it really like irritates me because what if that was me? Like what if somebody was saying that about me? You would be the first one to jump down their throat. And it's actually come to me before. My own father has asked me, was I gay? Because I dress a certain way. That has nothing to do with my sexuality because I like to wear big polo shirts or whatever. That has nothing to do with what I like.
People do that because they're raised that way. I got an older brother that's gay. I know that. I know him. I don't care if he's gay or not. You can never tell he's gay by who he is. But I got friends that will stop talking to me because I have an older brother that's gay. The reason they do that is because their parents teach them that way. Their grandmothers, churches, society teaches them that being gay is being wrong. So that's the reason they stop. They think, oh, if they're gay, I can't hang out with them because I may lose friends. I may stop. Other people may think I'm gay.
I'm telling you, like, I have gay friends all over the state. But at the end of the day, I still stand to my morals, like, it's still wrong. Let's just keep it that way.
It's like, I just heard him say, because I just noticed I said it too, like, we're all saying we have gay friends, and then we turn around and say something like,
that's like, I'm not racist because I got black friends. It really is. Because it's like, I'm telling you I got gay friends just so you won't be offended. It's like saying no offense, but. Like, no, I know you not to offend me. Like, don't tell me not to take offense to it.
Because just because he thinks a certain way, it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's a bigot or everybody dislikes a certain thing so extremely. I had at my job last year, I worked with a white male who was homosexual, and he was an awesome guy. I mean, I love to talk to him. He was he was very friendly. I mean,
all right. Here's my question. Okay, before anything I say, like I just want to say, like I literally love everybody. Like. Gay, straight, black, white, fat, skinny, whatever. I love everybody, okay? But I just want to say this, like, all right, so I do music and stuff, and I had this choreographer, and he was gay. And I don't got a problem with anybody who's gay. Like, as long as you respect the boundary. If I tell you that I'm straight, like, we can be cool, you know what I mean? And it always seems like, and this is geared to the guys. I want to ask y'all, and this guy crossed that boundary, okay? He crossed the boundary, and I was like, did it. All right? This is for the fellas. Like, do y'all find it harder to be... Do you find it harder to be friends with a gay dude than for females are to be friends, like, and keep boundaries, like, there, and have them respect boundaries?
I'm a theater and a music kid. I mean, if you grow up in the theater, then there will be guys who will come up to you and who will do some serious flirting, and my dad's a pastor as well. I am the son of a Southern Baptist minister, and you can only imagine how hard it was for me to even be able to go to the theater because my parents were actually afraid that I was going to go bi or go gay, because that's the way that they were brought up. My parents, they are almost 60 years old each. That's the way that they were brought up. They were brought up the way to think that being gay isn't correct. And quite honestly, that's the way that I was brought up too. And I'm still trying to figure things out myself about where I stand on this. But I know that I'm the exact same way. I love everybody. And just as long as that boundary isn't crossed, then there's not really going to be a problem there at all with me.
I keep talking about that boundary that gay people are crossing, but what about the boundary that straight people are crossing? Because I've had gay friends, and you know, or I'll be like, I tell one of my guy friends, they'll be like, oh, who is she? I'll be like, nah, she don't want you, she gay. Be like, shit, she ain't never had me before, but she try me, I can change your life. No, you can't. It's like let her like what she likes, let him like what he likes. But on the Christian side, I think we as Christians, we're so quick to condemn people. Because I totally agree with Al and Kat. A sin is a sin. Me cussing, I cuss like it's going out of style in the next hour. So I can't sit here and tell you you're going to hell for being gay when I'm doing the same thing, when I'm sinning. What makes my sin any better than yours? Homosexuality is not what I struggle with, but cursing is. So just because it's not my struggle doesn't mean that I'm better than you. Just because
we want a diverse audience, right? Because what most people don't realize is that races usually stay to themselves in the sense that 80% of white people only live around other white people. 80% of black people only live around other black people. So our perceptions of what a white person is like or what a black person is like is really up to the media. You see what I'm saying? And in more cases than not, black people are portrayed badly. White people are portrayed as racist, as bigots, as insensitive.
There you go.
Yeah. So the point of this is, with hearing somebody like Al's opinion, or hearing Mariah's opinion, or Noah's opinion, you can get an insight into their world, their life.
The definition of racism is to be discriminated against based on a power, like a power difference. So like, racism is based on oppression, like if you don't have privilege. Like I have white privilege because I'm white. Like you can't be racist to somebody that doesn't have privilege, you know? So like, hey, like the Black Lives Matter movement, it's about black lives. When people say all lives matter, it's because they're privileged enough to say that. Like we have more privilege because it's like a system of oppression. It's a system of oppression that's made by white people against people of color.
You know why this is so powerful? Because this is what we want. We're trying to facilitate perspective, and we're trying to facilitate empathy as well. Because a lot of people, especially our race, we tend to believe and chunk people in one category, like they think like this, white people think like this. But to hear her say that, I think that's more powerful than if I said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really want y'all to appreciate what just happened. Go ahead.
I have to thank everyone for coming out tonight. You know, I respect your time and everything. But you know, this is a deep thought. The idea of this is so deep. You know, from an international perspective, we need this. All of us will need this. You know, we have to speak our mind. We have borders in our hearts, years. We walk through it, go through school. Come out and express yourself. See this as a tool to increase your confidence level. To be of life has changed today because of what she said. That will take me a long way in life. But what's your issues? We got a lot of issues. That's why we need to talk.
My brother said that. We need to talk.